Coming to you from the Russian Connection Cigar Lounge again.
Presented by Dirty Larry, as always.
Today we're going to do the Partagas 1845, Cifuentes y Cia.
It's pretty good, man.
Oh, the accent?
Yeah.
I lived in New Mexico for 18 years.
I like that.
This is, and I don't really know if it's a special edition or whatever. We got it at the Rocky Mountain Cigar Festival, but it comes with this Cigar Rights of America band on the bottom of it.
And I'll be honest, I'm kind of feeling on mine, and it just feels like it's covering up a defective part of the cigar.
Really?
So maybe they bought seconds, and they're just trying to pass them off as some good stuff.
Maybe they are.
That's
I don't
what
know.
say.
I've been excited to try this one. Just been smelling it ever since a couple days ago.
Really very annoying.
It really does remind me of that Sancho Panza. The way it smells like it's got a nice little chocolate bit to it.
It does have some chocolate.
It smells great. Construction, it looks pretty decent. I mean, other than what you say about...
No, I mean, it looks good. There's some veins, but it looks good. I just kind of feeling it. This feels funny under that wrapper. As soon as we light this up and get a little into it, I'll take that off and see what's under there.
All right, let's cut it up and see what we got going on. A little bit of spicy, I think, tastes like to me.
Well, there'll be some spice on there.
Yeah, it's even before you light it, it's got a little bit of spice coming into it.
Yeah, there'll be some spice in this one.
Yeah, I mean, it's an overwhelming spice, even before lighting it up. So, I'm interested to see what it's going to taste like
Yeah,
after.
my lips are spicy right now. I can taste the spice.
My tongue is very spicy.
Not getting heavy spice.
Yeah, that's surprising.
It is. I expected to just be blown away by the spice.
I mean,
of this
there's a little bit of spice.
Yeah, but not like I expected.
No, not at all. I'm very surprised that it's not more spicy than it really was. I mean, it tasted like it was going to be super spicy.
It was punch in the mouth spicy.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe it'll get there.
Maybe. It's kind of hitting the back of my throat a little bit.
You know, I'm not really getting any flavors at all except tobacco. So, there's that. I feel like maybe the draw's not quite as good as it could be for me.
My draw is fine. Did you cut it with the bulletproof?
Yeah, bulletproof.
Just once?
Yeah.
Yeah, I cut mine once too, and the draw's great.
Starting to get some spice.
Yeah, a little bit more spice coming in. Well, I suppose we'll
just come back.
We'll come back after we get done with the first third, and we'll let you know how it is then. All right, so we're about a third in on this Partagas Cifuentes y Cia Black Label. We figured out, at least for one thing, why it has the Cigar Rights of America band. When we went to the Rocky Mountain Cigar Fest, you got a year, was it?
Yeah, we got a 1-year membership with our ticket.
And so you go to sign up, and they confirm you, and they gave you this cigar. So they probably just grabbed one of these Black Label Partagas and then slapped their band on it. So that's cool, whatever.
Which I assumed at the beginning, but glad you got to feel like a detective for a little while. We've solved the mystery, everybody.
The mystery's solved.
We've solved it.
We can be done at this point.
Thank God, Dirty Larry solved the mystery. You know what? It's just a good cigar. I mean, it's like I think it's just good, clean tobacco. Like, I think this is what tobacco tastes like when you smoke it.
Or what tobacco should taste like when you smoke it. I don't know what that was.
I don't know what's happening out there. Domestic violence or something.
Yeah, no, this is... I'll agree with you. This is what just good, clean tobacco... This is what a cigar should taste like when you're tasting tobacco.
Yeah.
I thought for a slight second that I was maybe getting like a nutty flavor in it, but I tasted that maybe 2 or 3 puffs and then it was gone. So I'm assuming it's probably just my imagination, you know?
Yeah. I mean, good construction, good burn. It's not, super tight burn, but it's pretty even. I haven't touched mine up. I saw you touch yours up once. I haven't touched mine up. Your ash fell all over the keyboard, so
that's nice.
But I took my Cigar Rights of America band off, and there are no deficiencies underneath.
Okay, so it was just your imagination thinking that
it was
covering up.
It was. I've solved that mystery. We are problem solvers tonight, my friend.
Investigators, man. Yeah, I mean, there's not really, other than that slight little nutty flavor I thought I had, there's not really too many complex flavors, really, whatever you consider a complex flavor going on.
No.
But it is a very smooth, mellow taste.
Yeah, no, there's no bad, bitter aftertaste. There's nothing bad going on at all. Nothing exceptionally wonderful. It just tastes good.
And
it's good.
And that spice has never come back.
No.
It was super spicy on the cold draw, and there was a tad bit spice after the first couple puffs, and then it's just gone. It's just really mellowed itself out. I will say though that it sort of reminds me of the way that Alec Bradley Filthy Hooligan was. It's kind of creamy. It's got a creamy tobacco kind of thing going on with it. It doesn't have another flavor, but it's got that creamy consistency.
That's fair. I don't get it, but that's fair.
Okay. So we're halfway through the Partagas Black Label. I love saying Cifuente CC. I just feel like living in New Mexico that I'm a real true New Mexican, that I can say that pretty well. And then there are people on here who are going to be like, all right.
I'm sorry again to everybody. It's steady flavors. Just that same tobacco flavor. Maybe some of the creaminess that you were talking about, but nothing over and above, just tobacco.
I'm getting that nuttiness again, and I don't know if it was after.
So it's like peanuts?
No. I'm not.
Or like a walnut.
I'm not saying
a Brazil nut or a hazelnut, maybe.
Got some more nuts you want to throw out? I don't know what it is exactly, but it just kind of has a slight nutty taste to it. It's good. I mean, it kind of tastes hearty, I guess. I think that's, for me, it's a good description of the cigar in one word, is hearty. It's like chunky soup. Like, if I was gonna eat chunky soup on a cold day, that's very hearty. Yeah. This is a hearty cigar.
So it's the Dinty Moore stew of cigars, is what you're trying to say.
I prefer chunky soup.
I'm not getting soup. Just for everybody out there,
I didn't say soup.
I'm not getting any soup. It's not like a can of chicken noodle or anything. But it's a good stick, and I had great burn. And then I dropped it on the floor. And the burn kind of...
You did that?
I did. I dropped it.
What's wrong with you?
Oh, please. How many times have you dropped yourself on the floor? Not tonight, but every night.
Yeah, no, I think it's a great cigar. And it's nice that there's just not a lot of... other than that little nuttiness, I kind of enjoy that there's not been a lot of like, oh, is it an espresso? Is it chocolate? Is it... I kind of enjoyed that. It's just
dried leather and earth.
I don't get that. If you think a cigar tastes like oiled leather or earth or something, tell me why. Because my argument has always been, have you ever licked oiled leather? Have you licked oiled leather? If you've never licked oiled leather, how do you know that something tastes like oiled leather? I don't know. That doesn't make sense to me. We are right around the point where we're going to be done with this. I stood up and turned...
I'm done.
Huh?
Oh, I'm done.
Oh. I stood up and I kind of got a little bit of lightheaded action going on. And you probably haven't stood up at all.
No.
So he really can't attest to that at all. For me, towards the end here, I really got... I had said earlier that there was... I got a nutty flavor, and the nutty flavor started coming back towards the halfway, and it's come back in full force, I feel like, towards the end of the cigar. I mean, it's that's pretty much all I can taste now is just that nutty, creamy flavor, like peanut butter maybe, because very creamy, very nutty. So peanut butter is kind of what I would equate to it. I know some people don't like the real kind of flavors. Kind of got some
any Mountain Dew tastes. Or?
I don't know. We should have paired this with a Mountain Dew Code Red. That was a
PX Pastor. Yeah, no, it got a little bitter for me at the end, and I don't like that. So I tried to resuss it, and it didn't really help. So I was done.
You're just done with it.
It's done.
Well, what do you think for something like a rating for you for the cigar?
5.
Really?
5. Yeah, it's a 5 for me.
That's a far cry from when you started and said you really liked it. What's is it just
The
because
bitterness at the end.
really that killed it for you, huh?
Didn't like it. But it's got a good draw. Once I snipped it again, snipped the tip, you know what I mean? What?
Jesus.
What's that guy say? If a moil can do it, so can I. Good burn. The smoke didn't really smell all that good. I don't know. It's like kind of ho-hum. What about you?
I'm gonna say this is a 7.5 for me.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it's for me it's been good. There's been one time where I kind of had a little bit of a bad flavor going on with it, but it's gone. It was there and it was gone, and it was I don't know what it was, I don't know why it was, but I think it's a great cigar. I mean, from the start to the finish so far, it's been great. I haven't really gotten bitter at all. Like I said, that nuttiness is in there. I think that's kind of nice. That rich, very clean tobacco flavor that we were talking about is very prominent throughout the entire cigar. And so, I mean, for that reason, I'd say 7.5. The construction was great. I had to touch up the burn once or twice. But I mean, other than that, I think it's been a really good cigar for me.
Yeah, it's been average for me. So.
Okay. Well, how do we end this?